Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Founders Live Dallas. I'm so excited to be back with you guys. If you've ever been to a Founders Live Dallas event locally in Dallas, the last time we got to see each other in public and in person was back in February. And as we all know, a lot has happened since then. So I just want to welcome everybody in on this, what is today, Thursday evening. We're almost finished with August in the last week. We're almost there. But I want to welcome everyone in tonight as we have 5 rock star local Dallas-Fort Worth companies that get 99 seconds to pitch their business. You guys vote on the winner. And for everybody that's watching on YouTube, whether that's in Dallas, whether it's in Texas, whether it's somewhere else across the US or even across the globe, we want to welcome you into as well. And so if anybody has any questions along the way, any comments, make sure to drop them right on into our little platform here. Kay Shaw, welcome in. That's exactly how this is going to work. If you have any questions, if you want to get to know each other, all of that, make sure to use in YouTube, activate the chat section over there. Let's get to know each other. Let's share our businesses. Let's connect on LinkedIn. Let's do all of those things that make entrepreneurship and Founders Live exactly what it is. Does that sound good? Awesome. So we're going to kind of go ahead and get started tonight. So as I said, my name is David Ezel, and I've been running the local Dallas Founders Live event here for, I guess, the last 2 years now. And entrepreneurship is near and dear to my heart. I love entrepreneurs. I love the passion. I love the drive. I love the focus and the energy. And I love the connection whenever we can help introduce people to one another and help see businesses and ideas and positive things move forward. So as we're getting kicked off, let me kind of go over the order of events for tonight. The winners and the pitch companies tonight all get fantastic stuff, all the way from Amazon Web Services, Fast CTO, Delta Bonus, Sky Miles, the Futures, which is on-demand graphic design, which as an entrepreneur, you know that is super, super important. The winners even get things like Founders Live, and they get to be on Nick Hughes' podcast, Google Cloud for startups, all kinds of credits. So just for pitching at Founders Live, you get all kinds of amazing benefits, and the winner gets even more. And so the winner is decided by you guys tonight. So since, again, like I said, this is a virtual event like everything is these days, if it is your first time into Founders Live, I want to make sure that you hear from Nick Hughes, the guy that started this, the guy that had the vision for it. And it's an unbelievable mission and what he's doing. And I would love, as much as possible, to kind of show you exactly what that looks like. So let's go back over here. And bear with me, this is the first time that we have done this, again, since February, and it's virtual and digital. So bear with me as I might have a couple of technical difficulties and hiccups along the way as well. But let's check out and see. Okay, bear with me, guys. Here we go. You're almost there. It's one screen at a time, right? Okay. All right. Here we are. Hang out and let Nick tell you a little bit more about what Founders Live is.
Founders Live is the global venue for modern entrepreneurs, especially during these very challenging times. The direct impact of COVID-19 is currently being felt around the world, and it could get worse before it gets better. We are here to help you through these challenging times by connecting you to the people, information, and resources meant to move you forward as you start your next project.
We see an opportunity to bring the resources and capital and connections to the people that need it and the people that can use it, no matter where they live in the world. My honest opinion is, no matter what the economic climate is in the world, Founders Live can be important. In the good times, when it's booming, we're here to help grow companies and have them access capital that's flowing around the world and really be a fun, great event and global platform that powers entrepreneurship. In the tough times, we actually think we can be the answer, given the fact that if people are actually getting laid off and unemployment starts rising, Well, the choice to start their own business is front and center, and Founders Live is right there to help them grow. I believe the secret sauce of Founders Live lies in the combination of these three words: inspiration, education, and entertainment. Inspiration is rooted in the energy and the passion that every single attendee has. The education is the information that we're bringing to people that they otherwise couldn't find. Founders Live Online helps solve entrepreneurs' daily challenges. If you have a question that you're just wondering, like, I don't know what to do here, you simply need to just type it into Founders Live and someone else will answer it right there for you. And the entertainment is the fun. We believe business should be fun, we believe it should be casual, and we believe it should be inspirational. Founders Live is the perfect place for you to connect with other entrepreneurs and to be inspired.
All right, so now that we have a little bit more of an idea as to exactly how Founders Live operates, I'm so glad Nick had that awesome video recorded. He's a much more eloquent speaker than I, and I love always hearing his message. I think I've heard that some semblance of that intro every single time that I've ever led a Founders Live event, and it never gets old. It's always one that gets me fired up, and I know that just every single person that comes in contact with Nick and hears his message of what Founders Live is and what it's going to become, is they're just on the exact same path. So again, I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for deciding to spend your Thursday evening with us, and let's get to it. Okay. All right. 1 second. That little button that says, am I having issues? Yes, I am always having issues. Too many screen share options. Okay, there we go. Now we're back in this thing. Okay, if you are pitching tonight, this will be your order. So make sure that you know where you go and who you go after. But the way that we're going to get kicked off is we like to keep things moving pretty quickly. So as soon as Matty with SkinKick gets started, his whole setup will look exactly like this. He'll have his slides on one side and he'll have his nice face on the other side telling you exactly what SkinKick does. And so as we're going through that, he's going to have 99 seconds to talk to you. And as soon as that 99-second timer goes off, he'll have 4 minutes of crowd Q&A from you guys. So make sure to put those in the comments over on YouTube. Which side are we pointing at? This side? I think that's right. Put them in the comments on YouTube, and we will make sure to get them put up on here so that Matty can tell you more about what SkinKick does. And we're going to follow that same exact pattern as we go down. So we'll have Matty with SkinKick, we'll have Luis with LatinX, we'll have Jesse with KidLink, Yvette with the Smarter Hook, and Sangeetha with Cubby. And then once we get to the end, all of you guys are going to vote on the one that you liked best. And then once we get the votes, once everything is tallied, we're going to have that founder get to spend a little bit more time on here, and he's going to answer any other questions that maybe we didn't get a chance to go through during his 4 minutes. We're going to talk a little bit more about the founder story, how they got started, and where they're going. Okay, so without any further ado, the first one up is Matty with SkinKick. So Matty's going to send me over his slides, and as soon as he is ready, we will get started. And we always need engagement from you guys in the comments. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to send over. Type it in the comments. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us what you do. Are you an entrepreneur? Are you thinking about being an entrepreneur? Have you been an entrepreneur and now you're doing something else? We want to know. We want to connect with you. We want to continue to build that fantastic ecosystem of like-minded entrepreneurs. All right. Okay. Bear with us in there, guys. Always just takes a second. Got some more messaging in here from Kay Shaw. Kay is one of our favorites here. She is a Founders Live veteran. She has pitched, she's been a sponsor, and she is a rock star here in the Dallas ecosystem. So if you're looking for any kind of sales enablement strategies, advisor, mentor, make sure to reach out to Kay. Connect with her. She is awesome. Okay. So Matty, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share your slides. I'm going to do it on this side. So as we're doing that on this side, you go ahead and you tell me when the next screen, and we'll go ahead and switch screens. Are you ready? Okay. Actually, you know what? We're going to go and we're going to come. So Matty, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to come back to Matty here in just a few minutes. So we're going to go ahead and go with Luis. We'll go ahead and jump to Luis real quick, and Matty will come back to you, and we'll just kind of rotate everybody. I'll bump up one. All right, Luis, go ahead and share when you're ready.
One second.
Okay. All right, Luis, you are up, and let me know when you are ready to go, and the timer will start.
All right, I'm ready. Okay.
All right,
so,
man, you're on.
Cool. So growing up, I used to love reading profiles and interviews with my favorite bands. Outlets like Pitchfork, Spin, Rolling Stone. These were the places I used to go to constantly to find out information about these bands. But if I wanted to find something about maybe my favorite Mexican band or Argentinian singer, it was kind of difficult. And if there was nothing there that day, I just kind of had to come back the next day and hope. And my experience wasn't exclusive. There was a whole generation of Latinx millennials who wanted to find info and content about their favorite authors, singers, political activists, artists. And there just wasn't a convenient place for them to do that consistently. And so that's kind of the reason we created LatinX Spaces. Hello, my name is Linan, and I am a co-founder and chief operating officer of LatinX Spaces. We're an online digital media platform at the intersection of Latinx art, culture, and politics. The way we like to say it is we're, Atlantic or New Yorker meets Vice for the Latinx millennial. We've been growing organically for the last couple of years, but we're really excited to be moving into a new phase of really aggressive growth in terms of our readership and also leveraging our B2B partnership and partnerships that we've been developing over the last couple of years. I want to quickly touch on the team. We're a team of really talented, creatives, writers, editors. And this is to supplement our growing network of contributors that we're building around the world, and our advisory board, our academic advisory board, which really helps us guide us in terms of our content creation and where we should be building our content. So that's a quick snapshot of Latinx Spaces. Thank you for your time, and we ask you to join us in redefining the future of Latinx media. Thank you very much.
Awesome, Luis, that was fantastic. Okay, who has some first questions for Luis? So Luis, I'll go ahead and get it kicked off here real quick.
Sure.
What is your 5-year goal? Where do you see Latinx Spaces in the next 5 years?
Our 5-year goal is, we honestly believe that we can be up there with the Telemundos, the Univisions of the world in terms of Latinx media. But we also kind of want to go beyond that. We don't want to necessarily constrain ourselves to the Latinx community. While that is, our main goal and who we create content for, we view ourselves as, possibly like a New York Times, a Washington Post, these truly great media companies who are, kind of doing amazing content and really producing amazing work. Vice Complex, more modern takes of, but just really a rock solid media company of that echelon.
That's awesome. So where did the idea come from?
So actually, it's not necessarily my idea. Going back to Aaron Jimenez, our editor-in-chief, he's the one who kind of the idea of the project, and he brought me on, much of the other team on, as kind of and sold us on the vision of like, hey, this is not out there. And like I said, I really empathize with this. Is something I would want 5, 10, 15 years ago if it was available. And so that's kind of how the origins got started. We started in late 2016. It was a couple of years of experimenting, seeing what worked, what didn't work, finding our voice, finding our tone. How do we want to cover content? How do we want to write? And in that time, we've really learned about both ourselves as how we want to create content, but also the kind of content that the community wants and how we can really be of service to them. And so that's kind of where we are right now.
Awesome. What is your main revenue model? Is it all built kind of on advertising, or what do you think about really?
Yeah. So the way we see it, we've been kind of obviously looking around at the media landscape, seeing what are other people who are doing well right now. Advertising is a big part of that, but it's kind of it's very difficult to. That's the only way. That's kind of more of an old school thing, and it's very difficult to live solely on advertising. The way we see it is a B2B2C model. So in terms of the B2C part, we view that, yes, advertising is part of that, but if we build a really fanatical readership and audience, we can monetize in different ways, whether that's, a subscription model, a premium service model. Live events is something we're really looking into before coronavirus, unfortunately. But that's kind of something else we want to do in that way. But also the B2B part is also another aspect of it, whether it's the LatinX community is becoming increasingly more powerful in terms of buying power. And so a lot of brands are wanting to engage with the audience, but they don't really know how to do it or in a meaningful way. So we want to be if the question is, how do we connect with the Latinx market? We want the answer to be Latinx spaces and Latinx media. And so kind of offering our services there on a more B2B side, that's how we see, those two combined is how we see our revenue model in the future.
That's awesome. And we have a question coming in from Kay Shaw. How is it distributed today? Is that i.e. YouTube, TV, etc.? What does that look like?
Yes. So we have our website, LatinXspaces.com. That's our main hub. We have on all the major social media channels, and that's how we distribute our content. And so it's mostly written word, but our video content is on YouTube right now. It's on Facebook videos, and that's kind of where we are right now. Obviously, in the future, we'd like to further expand our video capabilities, move into podcasts and other channels that make sense for us and make sense for our audience.
Gotcha. Well, that's fantastic. That's 4 minutes. Great job, Luis. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yes, please follow, read anything you can. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. So we will make sure, let's go ahead and do it right now. Tell us the web address. We want anybody that's on YouTube or following us right now to be able to go and check you out right now. So let us know, what is the best web address to find you?
Yes. So it's www.latinxspaces.com. And it's just LatinX Spaces on all social media channels as well.
Fantastic. And that is in the notes now in the chat in YouTube. So be sure to go check out Luis and LatinX Spaces today. Okay. Up next, we have Jesse Taylor with KidLink. And so Jesse is going to jump on in here and he's going to tell us more about KidLink. Let's get Jesse in here. There's Jesse. All right,
how
sir.
How you doing? Thank you, David.
The minute. Absolutely, sir. How are you this evening?
I'm fine.
Fantastic. Okay, you let me know when you're ready and I will hit the button and we're off to the races.
All right. Hi, I'm Jesse Taylor, founder and CEO of KidLink. KidLink is the new virtual learning table. What you can do at the dinner table with your child, you will be able to do using our app. So what's the problem? Right now, parents and loved ones just aren't equipped to lead learning from a distance. Creating meaningful and rewarding children for learning has challenged parents for many years. Also, the current technology isn't integrated into most distant learning platforms. That's why our solution is a mobile application that uses a live video call and collaboration to connect parents and loved ones with their kids to help them read and learn together regardless of location. Some of our features will include a children's library of ebooks to spark their imagination, a familiar document sharing functionality to help them with homework, and fun games for leisure. A go-to-market strategy is to use customer referrals, word of mouth, and partnerships. Some of our competitors are Epic, Caribou, Speakaboo, and Together app. Here are some screenshots of how the app will look. Right there, there's my daughter and there's myself. Here's some more screenshots of the app. Our business model is free. You have limited access to certain features. And we have a paid model at $7.99 per month and $69.99 per year, which give you all the access to the entire app. Here's our management team. You have myself as CEO, Ian Thornton as our COO, Michael McGee as our CMO. And the great thing about us, we are all parents ourselves. Combined, we have about 8 kids together. And I would like to say thank you.
Awesome. Great job, Jesse. Okay, so now let's set that clock for 4 minutes so we can get some questions coming in. If anybody has any questions for Jesse and for KidLink, make sure to throw it in the YouTube. Can never get the direction right. I think it's over here. I think I'm backwards. Make sure to throw it in right in there so that we can be sure to ask Jesse some questions. I'll go ahead and kick us off. So Jesse, is there an intended target audience this is for? I mean, this seems like it would be something great for people in the military who might be away from their family for an extended period of time. What are all the different verticals that you guys have thought through?
So the different verticals we thought through was single parents, or the parents that just don't stay in the same household with their kids. They still want to be part of that learning ecosystem like myself, because this is the reason the app has came about, because I was inspiration was I moved to Dallas from Detroit. And from there, I wasn't able to read or help my son any longer with his homework. And there weren't any platforms that was out there to help me with my inconvenience. With this platform, it gives those people that's in the military that can read, they'll help them read and learn with their kid, regardless of location.
Oh, that's fantastic. And we have one coming in right now from Kay. Are the services live now for purchase?
No, the services aren't live right now for purchases. We do have a closed beta that we are collecting feedback from the customers that are using it at the moment.
That's awesome. So is it just where you can kind of pick the books that you want? What if you make maybe a custom book or something like that you wanted to read? Like it's one that you made specifically for your son or daughter. Is there a way that you can kind of have that as well because it's that much more personal?
Yes, so we will have a option where customers can submit books that they would like to see on the app that their kids prefer, and that's one of their favorite books. We'll reach out to that publishing company and see if we can add them books to our platform.
Oh, fantastic. Now we have a question in here from Andrew. Do you plan to license the product to school districts? Great question.
Yes, that is one of our 2 to 3 year plans, is to get this license in 2 schools. Because as we know, not every child stays in a household with both parents, and every parent should be a part of the child's learning ecosystem, regardless of location. And that maintains the relationship between the two. And also, studies have shown when both parents are part of the child's learning system, they're more likely to graduate from high school.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, and now we have another question coming in from Kay. Are you looking for funding? And if so, how much?
Yes, we are looking for funding at the moment. We're looking at about $250,000 to put us where our competitors at today.
Oh, that's great. Okay, we have time for one more, and I'm going to hog it and take the last one. Where do you see KidLink in the next year or two, post-COVID?
I see KidLink as the go-to place for distant parents when they want to read and learn with their kids. I see us as the market leader because we are offering things that current companies aren't doing. They are missing the most important pieces of that relationship building with your child, and also tracking the progress of it as well. And also, like I said, we want to see it in schools. We want to have that partnership with major kid entertainment companies and military.
Awesome. Well, we do have time for one more. I was rushing through. Here we go. Where do you source your learning material? Also, how do you know the material is aligned with the child's age? Good question.
So the good thing about us, we don't offer a curriculum or any learning materials for the families. What we do offer is a library of children's ebooks that we are partnered with a company called Magic Blocks. They provide us the content. Now, as far as the homework feature, that is between you and your child. Your child will get their homework from their teacher. They will take a picture of it. And once they take a picture of it, it is displayed on both screens where they can collaborate and mark up the document right then and there.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Well, Jesse, thank you so much. That was great.
Thank you.
You got it. All right. So, next we have Yvette Leslie with the Smarter Hook. And keep those questions coming in. You guys are doing great. And I love how easy this is. I love how we've got some, let's see, some other stuff in here. Let's see. I have to give a shout out. Thank you, Andrew. It does kind of start to feel a little bit more like real life. It feels like it's been forever since we've been here. And I totally agree. I miss seeing you guys in person, though. That's the only thing. We're going to make it through this thing together, but I definitely miss seeing your faces in person. Even though we have 22 people watching right now, I would love to see all of you guys in person, but we're going to get there. All right. And so now we're going to go over to Yvette with the Smarter Hook. Let's get rid of some of these here. Thank you guys for bearing with me. All right, there's Yvette. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, David?
I am good. So as soon as you are ready, you just tell me and the floor is yours.
You know, it's a little difficult doing this sitting down, so I'm going to do my best.
I love it. You got it. I love it.
Hi, thank you, everyone. My name is Yvette Leslie, and I am the inventor of the Smarter Hook. You know, I am that lady who carries her bags to the grocery store. David, do you have my slide there for me?
They are not.
That's okay. I'll figure it out. You know, basically what happened is I'm that lady who carries her bags to the grocery store. And at the time, there wasn't anything out there. You know, when you go take your bags to the store, they always would get buried in the bottom of the grocery cart. And then you do this mad dash trying to get everything out. And then, of course, you're tying up the line as well. Well, I already don't like grocery shopping as it is, so I figured I needed to really and truly come up with something different. So basically what I did was I went online, I looked for something, and of course there was nothing out there. So I decided to invent it myself. So at that time it was called the grocery cart hook. And the grocery cart hook, you were able to use it on the grocery cart, on a walker, a stroller, and things like that. But basically I started realizing that there was over 19 ways when it was called the grocery cart hook to be able to use this hook. So therefore I went back out and I started searching for different ways where I can change the name. So I changed the name to the Smarter Hook. So it went from the grocery cart hook to the Smarter Hook. So basically the Smarter Hook, who knew that there were so many different ways that you could use it? So now not only can you use the Smarter Hook on the grocery cart or walker, you can use it on a grocery cart, walker, stroller, organize a closet, the garage, your bathroom, your laundry room, really wherever you need to hang things. And basically, one of the things that was really neat about this is that I had taken it into the VA to sell the hooks there, and our veterans absolutely loved it. So not only could it work on the grocery cart, on the walker, but then it could also be used on the rollator, on their scooters, on their wheelchairs, and really wherever you need it. So not only that, but you can also use it on your luggage when you travel as well. So that's the Smarter Hook.
Oh, that was awesome. And you're right on time. You had that thing, like down to the 1 to 2 seconds, you had it nailed. I can tell somebody has been practicing. Great job.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it. So if anybody has questions for Yvette and the Smarter Hook, make sure to throw them over in the comment section. It's so backwards. I just need something that points that way. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and get it kicked off. So where do you see the smarter hook in a year?
I actually see the smarter hook in a year, and I'm already currently in multiple countries. So really and truly would love to see the smarter hook worldwide, where it is treated the same way that the paperclip is treated, where everyone in every household could use one.
I think that's fantastic. I mean, you know, my wife and I talk all the time about just not having enough hands for everything. We have a small child at home. We have groceries. We have tons of stuff. I mean, there's just never enough, you know.
Well, you know, one of the really cool things about the smarter hook as well is that you can actually close it up and use it as a handle. So when you mention those grocery bags and you have the small child, you can actually clip them all into one bag, into one hand, and be able to carry it as a handle as well. So this is that. So this is that hook that you can use, and it really does fit your lifestyle.
Awesome. Okay, so we have a question from Luis. Do you plan to sell in stores or direct to buyers?
I am currently selling them in stores. I'm in approximately 400 stores currently, and I do sell directly to buyers on my website, as well as on Amazon,
Oh, fantastic. Our next question comes courtesy of Andrew. Are you currently working with distributors?
I am actually working with 2 distributors. One distributor, he's been getting me more and more into like your hospital gift shops and into your pharmacy and drug stores. And I'm also working with another distributor who's working on getting me into more grocery stores. So currently I'm in like some of your Ace Hardware stores, your pharmacy and drug stores, hospital gift shops. I'm also in some of your mom and pop boutiques as well.
Awesome. That's fantastic. What has been the reception so far? Notice there is a difference between maybe the boutique stores versus the bigger stores?
Well, you know, I have to tell you, I love my boutique stores because my boutique stores have taught me a lot. My background is actually in financial services. So if you want to know about stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or how to take care of your financial health, I was your girl. But when it came down to talking about distributing and taking a product out to market, I had absolutely no clue. So it was the small mom and pop stores, the small boutiques who actually helped me and taught me what it is that I needed to do in order to get out there. I have spoken with some of your larger retailers, but my true love right now is with your small mom and pop stores. Although I'm not anti the larger stores either.
Nice. And last question, I'm going to take that one. What are the other countries that you're currently in?
Okay, I knew you were going to ask me that, and one of them I can't even pronounce. But I am in the Philippines. There's this little small dot country that I didn't even know it exists. It has like 10,000 people. But I'm also in Guam, which I recognize as a territory of the U.S. Also Puerto Rico. Oh gosh, darn it. I can't remember. On Australia.
Nice. Okay.
Yes.
Well, Yvette, thank you so much. That was great. And we can't wait to continue to hear more about yourself and the Smarter Hook. And I will probably even come to you for some financial advice, since it seems like you're doing everything these days.
Thank you so much, David.
You got it. Okay, so again, make sure, let's go ahead and take a quick pause real quick. Let's get everybody who has already pitched, and let's get their web address so that you guys can follow them. Make sure to follow Jessie Taylor at KidLink. And also make sure to check out Yvette. Let me add her back to the stream real quick. Yvette, what is the URL where people can follow you? I want to make sure they're going to the Smarter Hook right now.
It's thesmarterhook.com.
Pretty straight to it, I'm telling you. It always seems like finding that perfect web address is the hardest part, right?
I was fortunate.
Thank you, Madeline. There you go. Some great job. Awesome, Yvette. Okay, so next up we have Cubby, and we have Sangeetha with Cubby. So, as always, make sure if you have questions as these are coming in, make sure to throw them up in the corner so that everyone can see. And we want you guys to participate as much as possible. Don't feel like you have to ask just one question. If you want to ask 5 of them and we can get to all 5, ask away. So we're going to go ahead and get kicked off here in just 1 second with Sangeetha and Cubby. But I also want to make sure to send out the web address for KidLink. So we'll get Jesse, as soon as he gets back in here, we'll get him to also post what that link is so that you guys can make sure to go and follow KidLink as well and see all of the great things that they're doing also. So let's get Sangeetha on here. There she comes. Awesome. Welcome in, and I can't wait to hear about Cubby. This has been a long time coming from podcasts. I know all about Cubby, and it's fantastic. So I can't wait for everyone else to learn about Cubby as well. So Sangeetha, as soon as you're ready, let me get the timer set. You tell me when you're ready, and we will rock and roll.
Thank you, David. It's always a pleasure meeting you, although it's virtual this time.
Virtual, I know. I can't wait until it's no longer virtual, but we're almost
right
there.
Yes,
almost.
I'm ready for you. Yeah.
All right, it's all yours.
Hi guys, I'm Sangeetha. I'm the CEO of Cubby. Cubby is a modern and a unique solution for a hassle-free travel. Out of the million things you have to worry about on all your business or leisure travels, lugging bags shouldn't be one of them. Why? For starters, they slow you down, change the plans you've made, and worst of all, you have to babysit them. And who wants to do that? Cubby is here to change that. Cubby is an on-demand luggage storage service where you can store all your luggage safely, conveniently at an affordable price at local businesses instead of traditional lockers. Is Cubby necessary today? Absolutely. Now more than ever. Airbnb guests, hotel guests, folks stuck at the airport or train stations, stadium goers, all face lugging. And how do we solve it? We partner with local businesses like cafes, restaurants, salons, etc. around the city and use their unused space to store your luggage. Our business model is very simple. We charge $5.90 per item per day, and for any additional days, it is $3.90. We split that equally with our partner locations. With over 100 million vacation rental and cruise guests just in the US, the scope of the solution is enormous. You can now experience the joy of going unbagged wherever, whenever needed with Cubby. We are across 11 cities in the nation with over 70 plus partner locations. So let's together make luggage-free travel memories, shall we? And thank you. I'm now open for questions.
Awesome job, Sangeetha. That was fantastic. Okay, so questions. As always, make sure to throw them up in the top of the YouTube chat comments so that we can get all kinds of questions for Cubby. And I'm going to go ahead and kick it off here because I know that there's a little bit of a delay on our side to the YouTube side. So let's go ahead and get this kicked off. So tell me how it works since the people aren't dropping their luggage off at the airport. So how does this work?
So for instance, let's take Dallas. So you've come to Dallas for the first time and you want to visit Fort Worth too while you're there, and it's your last day and your flight is at say 8 p.m. You have the entire day, but you tend to go to the airport sooner, so just in time, because you have luggage lugging you around, because you have luggage slowing you around. I'm sorry. So what you can do now is you can take a ride to Fort Worth, drop off your luggage at one of our covers or partners, and then look around, look at stockyards, move to Sundance Square and everything we have to offer. And then when you're ready and it's time for your flight, just pick up your luggage at our cover location and then go straight to the airport. So the entire day of your vacation is actually extended. We give you an extra day of vacation.
That's so great. And like I said, the first time that we were on the podcast together, I think that's great because there are so many days that you miss because you feel tied to the airport with your luggage. And Absolutely. So And so let's go ahead and jump into some questions that we have coming in here. This one comes from Andrew. Great concept. How do you verify your local partners?
Great question. So we are in the business of luggage storage, so which means safety is predominant basically. So we go and vet every cubber who are onboarded onto a platform. We check for working cameras in whether it's a restaurant or cafe, whatever local business they are. We check for working cameras, and we also make sure they have a specific area located only, which is accessible only for the employees, and which is away from their regular customers to give it the extra safety. And it's all we also make sure the customers' bags are also tied by a bag tag, and we also give them a Cubby card, which has to be returned back with their ID as a proof to pick up their bags.
Awesome. Okay, next question. Is the fee the same regardless of the size of the luggage?
Yes, Louis, that is one concept we want to keep going. It is the same price for any luggage. It is $5.90 per item per day and $3.90 for any additional days.
So are you guys right now, are you primarily in Texas, or where does the majority of your cover business right now stand?
So we are every city you can think of, or every major city in Texas. We are Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, Houston, Galveston too. And we are also at Washington, D.C., at Boston, Las Vegas, and our latest edition is in California, and it is, I can't get the name of the city.
Redwood City, got it. Awesome. Well, Sangeetha, this was great. Thank you. I love to hear your story, and I always love to hear more about all the great things that Cubby's doing. So thank you so much for pitching tonight.
Thank you, David, for this opportunity.
Of course. So Sangeetha, if you would also send me over, I believe it's cubby.com, but send me a message in our chat over here so I can make sure that everybody can follow Cubby. Check it out for the next time that you're traveling. It's fantastic. Like she mentioned, it saves you an entire day so that you don't feel tethered to the airport when you're getting ready to leave. You can drop it off at a hat store, at a restaurant, and you can go and explore the town and come back and grab your bags, which we've all been there before. Okay, and so next up, we're gonna follow back around with Matty, and Matty is going to talk to us all about SkinKick. First, all right, there's Choose Cubby. Let's get that in these comments section so you guys can go and check out Cubby. Okay. All right. Let's get the timer set back down here. Slight manual process on my side. Here we go. And let's get Matty. What's happening, my friend? How are you?
Hey, David. I'm doing great.
That's awesome.
Can you hear me there?
I can hear you, my friend. We are ready to go. So as soon as you let me know, the whole screen will be yours. Have a minute 39. I'll count you down whenever there's about 30 seconds left. Everybody who's watching on YouTube, since there is a slight delay, make sure to ask your questions quickly. There's about a 20 to 30 second delay between when you're seeing it and when we're actually presenting it. So if there's a question you want to ask Matty or right away, go ahead and type it in. Don't feel like you have to wait till the end because that's going to eat into his 4 minutes. So if you have questions for Matty, have questions about SkinKick, make sure to go ahead and get them thrown in the comments, and let's get to it, sir.
Let's go. Fun, casual, inspirational. Okay, so I'm Matty. I'm the founder and CEO of the natural skincare company, SkinKick. When we look and feel good in our skin, we feel more confident and happy. We believe everybody deserves clear, healthy, glowing skin. We want the best you to shine through every single day. SkinKick delivers clear, healthy, glowing skin. We're not only the natural alternative to proactive, but we're next-gen skincare because we can both clear your skin and renew it at the same time, meaning we address acne and anti-aging at the exact same time. I created this company when a 14-year-old girl stood up in a focus group and said we changed her life because she had clear skin. she had both clear skin and self-esteem. I'm a chemical engineer, and we hired doctors, scientists, and engineers, and we created 3 patent-pending 100% natural technologies that enable us to serve both the $4.9 billion acne market and the $430 billion aging market with a single product. Please join our team. Whether you're an investor, an employee, or a customer, we want you to help us bring clear, healthy skin and self-esteem to everybody that is suffering today. Thank you.
Matty, that was awesome. And you had 5 seconds to spare. Like I said, I gotta give it up whenever it's right on the money like you were. That was great. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get us kicked off. And this one's not so much a question, but you told the story right there about the girl that stood up and said you changed her life. Tell me what changed in your from that standpoint on. I mean, what was that turning point right there?
David, you came in and out. Can you repeat your question? I'm sorry.
Yes, for sure. So you mentioned a few minutes ago that you got started when a young girl stood up at a focus group and said you changed her life.
Yes.
Tell me about what that moment means to you and means to SkinKick.
When she came and said that, I realized it was my calling in life. I literally dropped what I was doing. And the next day we formed a focus group with millennials and their mothers. And that focus group created virtually every single brand element, including the name SkinKick. When I first started, I thought SkinKick sounds like a soccer team. I wanted nothing to do with it. But when you're older, you surround yourself with your demographic that you're going to sell to. So if I'm selling to millennials and the moms, they're exactly on my team. So my colors, SkinKick, be clear, be natural, virtually every part of the brand came from it. So my life changed. Well, she said I changed her life, which we did because we cleared her. She absolutely changed my life. So for 42 months now, I've been I moved out of my house, and I have been putting every dime I have into SkinKick, and now we're launching. This is our year. 2020 is the year of SkinKick.
So where can I find SkinKick? If I wanted to get it right now, where would be the first place that I should go?
It's growing every day. So this year we'll hit 850 doors. So we've been online. We're digital. So you'll find us on skinkick.com, Amazon, Macy's, Target. Target incubated us. We were in their accelerator. They brought us on board. This summer, August, in the middle of COVID, who shows up but CVS? And then work week 38, first week of October, we'll hit 530 stores of one of the top 2 beauty retailers in America. To be announced. Can't tell you everything.
Wow. There's got to be a little bit of mystery here.
There's a little mystery.
So do you feel like it's going to really, like, going into retail is going to be the main focus, or do you still feel like doing things online is going to kind of be that parallel path?
That's a great question. We are digital first. So our business model is to be 80-20. So we want to be D2C, digital to consumer, 80% of our business and 20% retail. We think a lot of people have learned to be comfortable with buying online. So we will definitely be focusing on that. But at the same time, the retail experience is very important. And the retailers are just doing a wonderful job with changing the way they do business and bringing the experience to the customers. So every one of our retailers were just tickled that they're partnered with SkinKick. So I hope that answers your question.
It absolutely does. And I have one more question for you really quick while we have a little bit of time.
Sure.
SkinKick, where do you guys produce it? I mean, is it made here right there beside where you guys are, or how does that look?
Yes, it turns out that Dallas, Texas is one of the largest manufacturers of skincare in the world. So within 14 minutes of my house is my entire supply chain. Now, while all of my key ingredients, 9 of them, come from the Amazon rainforest, they were handpicked. by our doctors and scientists to deliver very discrete performance. We're able to buy those, work with our suppliers, and we buy everything right here. So we are made in America.
That's awesome. Well, Matty, this was great. Thank you so much. I can't wait to check it out more. And anybody that's watching on YouTube, make sure to check it out in the comments. We have skinkick.com. Go check it out. Go tell people you know about it. Hook up with Matty. Find Matty on LinkedIn. Ask him questions and get to know the SkinKick story. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Matty.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's give it up one more time. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Let's give it up one more time for all 5 of these pitch companies tonight. This was fantastic. They had to deal with me and all of the technical issues and everything else. They've been fantastic troopers every single step of the way. So thank you to all 5 of you for pitching tonight and for continuing to do what you do. And again, I've seen the majority of you guys in public at past Founders Live events and just within our own ecosystem, but I can't wait until the next time when we can actually see each other again together. Thanks so much, Kay, and I totally agree. Every presenter tonight was polished and fantastic products. That is absolutely right. So now we come to the fun point in the evening. This is when we're going to get to vote for who you think had the best pitch tonight. Are you guys ready? Are you sure? It is time to vote. All of you guys hanging out on YouTube, it is time to vote. So the way that we're going to do this is really simple. You're going to take out your phone. You're going to open the camera function. That's it. You don't have to do anything but open the camera function. This works on iPhone and on Android. We're going to put a QR code up on the screen. You hold your camera up to it. It's going to pop up a little link that looks just like that. You tap that and you vote on who you think had tonight's best pitch. So I'm going to do it right along with you guys, and we're going to leave this up for probably the next minute or two. And in that time, let's take advantage of the chat. Share your company. Share your LinkedIn. Let's all get connected. There's 19 people watching right now on YouTube. I want to know every single one of you guys. Where are you watching from? Do we have a big Dallas following? Do we have a big Houston following? I want to know where you guys are from. I want to get connected with you on LinkedIn. I want to invite you to the next Founders Live event we have when you hear from 5 other companies. So let's take a second, make sure to vote. I wish I had some Jeopardy music or something to play in the background here. I can try to sing. Nobody's going to like it, I promise. But let's try to get engaged with one another right over here in the chat section. If anybody has any questions regarding how to handle this with the QR code, please let me know. Type that in the comments as well, but it's literally as easy as this. And as you can see on my phone, taps it up with a thing at the top to open. Open type form in Safari. That's all you have to do. Then you get the Founders Live page, and it's literally 3 steps in. Which startup had tonight's best pitch? I want to hear from you who you think had tonight's best pitch. All right, here we go. 2 steps in. 3 steps in. Email address, and we are done. That was pretty quick and easy, right? Okay, so while we're waiting, again, let's post it in the comments here. And that's right, you can see the tops of my wrist as I'm typing, but I don't care. All right, let's get some LinkedIn action going on here. I want to know where you guys are from. I want to be able to connect with you guys. I want all of us, everybody who's pitched tonight, to be able to connect with you guys. We're going to wait another probably minute or so, maybe 30 seconds, and then we are going to go to the voting panel. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you've had a chance to vote. Give me a halfway if you still need a minute. Let me know where everybody's from. Let's share some LinkedIns. Tell me about your company. Tell me about the business that you're building. Tell me about what business you want to build. What are your stuck points? As we're working through this, everybody's in the same boat. We're all trying to launch something amazing. So what are your stuck points? Is it like Yvette mentioned, where going to market? I mean, that's tough. You have a new product. How are you vetting the market to make sure that, you know, your product is what they're looking for? How do you make sure your price points are exactly where you need to be? All of those kind of things. So if you have questions like that, business related questions for your startup or the business that you're a part of, throw them over here in the comments and let's get to it. We'll talk about those in real time. All right, let's get Jesse in here. He's got some in the comments. There we go. I want to make sure you guys follow every single one of our pitch companies tonight. So I'm going to put a timer up here as well. We're going to share that also, and we are going to give it about 30 seconds left. And then we are going to pull up the screen and we're going to see who our winner is. And once we see who our winner is, that person's going to come back up on the screen, spend about a minute or two and tell us about why they started. What was the thing that got them out of bed at 6 in the morning and said, you know what? I'm starting this. Why did I do it? So that's what we're going to do in the next 10 to 15 seconds. So if you haven't voted, make sure to do that now. Okay. Well, here we go, you guys. Let's pull up another screen on this side. Bear with me here. All right. Hold on. Let's let that sheet load. It's real time. It's tabulating the very last ones. It's getting those last couple of votes in. Oh, Dallas, love, 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 SkinKick. Oh, there we go, Emily C. All right. We've got 32 votes, and Cubby brings it out on top with 14 votes out of 32. Way to go, Cubby. Awesome. So we're going to have Sangeetha get back up here and tell us a little bit more about Cubby.
Hi.
Congratulations. How does it feel?
Great. Any win is just fantastic.
Yes, absolutely. And again, like just having you on the podcast in the past, hearing where Cubby came from, all of the use cases. I mean, I love that you're in so many different cities. And like I said, my wife travels quite a bit. I've told her about it. She cannot wait to use your product as soon as COVID is over and she can actually get into airports and travel.
Yeah.
Number one fan. So let's use the next minute or two and tell us where it came from. What was that turning point where you said, you know what, this is a problem and I'm going to address it?
The pain point came from our own experience. I love travel, and so does my husband and whole family. And what we saw over the years is we've taken so many pictures of our travel, and all the pictures had the luggage, the beautiful view, or what we wanted was just us with not the strollers or the roller bags. You know, when you have a son, you have diaper bags too. So all that was in the picture when it was not required. So I think that was that pain point. We were wondering what happened. Like, why do we end up with no good pictures? Just the three of us, so just a lovely picture of just the background and us. And we realized that is probably because we've been lugging these bags everywhere, and we check out at 11 a.m. also from whether it's Airbnb or hotel, and then you're stuck with those bags forever until you get to the airport. So that's a reason why we were lugging. So if only there was a space or a locker. We were actually looking for traditional lockers where you can go and store it there and then come back. The only issue with traditional lockers, or one of the issue with the traditional lockers, is they are at a particular location. So you have to travel there, drop it off, and when you have to pick it up, you have to go back there. We didn't want that. We wanted a service where you can, it's like Uber. You need it whenever and wherever required, and you can go drop off and pick up. And that's where it started.
That's fantastic. And so we have a couple of things coming in right now I love seeing all of this stuff. So we have one from Lisa the Entertainer. Background is in math and statistics, building a data science consulting business right here in the DFW area. Says, please feel free to reach out if anybody would like to collaborate on projects, experience in data visualization, data modeling, computer vision, AI, etc. That's fantastic. So please throw your LinkedIn down here as well in the comments so everybody can make sure to connect with you as well. Those are all fantastic things to continue to add. And Sangeetha, so
what Lisa has to offer. I mean, she's a data scientist.
Yeah.
About me.
So what are some? The same here. Are you kidding? It is my limit to make sure that this functions the way that we want it to tonight, and it still didn't.
Right.
Still wasn't perfect. So yeah, she's way up there. So what are some coming cities for Cubby?
So we were looking, or pre-COVID, we were looking at all of California, also Colorado, and New York in near future. But of course, COVID has put a stop to our expansion plans. We were growing rapidly. We started only last summer, and the first few months was exploring the market at Dallas. So we were primarily at Dallas-Fort Worth. And then from then on, we expanded rapidly, as like said, so all across Texas. And when we saw success in Texas, we then moved on to Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Las Vegas, Boston, and Redwood City. Actually, Redwood City, we were there for Startup Grind, and we were chosen to present there. And people kept asking, like, can we use Cubby here? Can we keep our bags somewhere here? Do you have a cubby here we can drop off and then explore this place before we head to the airport? When we were like, my God, yeah, we should probably just open a cubby here, and we just opened up, and that's how Redwood City became our 11th city.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, again, congratulations on winning. Great things come with winning and with just simply pitching at Founders Live. So tomorrow, I will make sure that you have your winner's package delivered in your email. And for everybody that pitched tonight, I will make sure that you have your presenter's package delivered in your email so that you can take advantage of, again, AWS credits, Google G Suite, all kinds of things, Delta Sky Miles. The whole thing is things that are important to entrepreneurs as you're growing. It's those small chunks that can tend to, just take so much out of your budget. And these types of things are really geared toward really helping with that. So congratulations again, Cubby, Sangeetha, on winning. Thank you, everybody else, Jesse, Yvette, Luis, Matty. Thank everybody for pitching tonight, for your time. I know that there's a million other things that you guys could be doing on a Thursday night at 8:07 p.m., but I'm so glad you're here with me. And for everybody else out there, please stay tuned. This is, even though we are in COVID, this happens all the time. We're going to do this every single month until we can meet again. And even when we can meet again, we're still going to have it for you guys on YouTube. We want to see you in person. We want to see you on here. So feel free to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, at Founders Live Dallas. Make sure to go back through the YouTube comments and anybody that's dropped in the company that they're working on. Check back out with Lisa. She's working background in math, statistics, all of that kind of stuff. Make sure to check everybody out so that we can all continue to build fantastic things. Again, follow us on Instagram or Facebook, Founders Live Dallas, and I cannot wait until the next Founders Live Dallas again. Until then, everybody stay safe out there, and we will see you again in another month or so with 5 more DFW companies, and they'll each get 99 seconds to pitch. The winner gets voted on by you guys. So until then, be safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.